Hey guys, Mighty Gazelle here, once again joined by Gore the Movie God. And
Hey,
we
hey.
just starts throwing up on the mic. We have two episodes to talk about, like last episode.
Yes.
It just kind of worked out that way. Our scheduling is we're
Yeah.
jam packed. So
I should be. We should be good. At least for me, I should be good for the next episode just to do that standalone.
okay,
But the last couple weeks have been crazy.
yeah. Holiday season. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
The two we're going to talk about today, it's actually pairs pretty well again because they're both extremely similar. They have a character, a fight, and a backstory kind of like woven into the fight. So,
Yep.
shouldn't be too bad. The first episode 8, I believe, was like Sun Eater of the Big Three. I think was the title.
Yes.
Um,
Yes. Which I didn't know that's what his hero name was. I'm sure they said it. I didn't remember.
Yeah, I don't think they actually said it any time before in the anime. So, but it's kind of cool.
Okay.
You immediately get like explanation because it's kind of a weird name.
Yeah, it's a weird name for
Yeah.
him. Like I'm Sun Eater. like,
Emo Sasuke. Yeah.
oh god. yeah. Or just,
I guess,
or just
I guess Sasuke's already emo. So,
just normal Sasuke.
so it starts off kind of a lighthearted, sad kind of note with
Yeah.
a little third grader or whatever grade they're in. Amajiki, that's his name, I think.
Yeah, and he's introducing himself to the class. I do remember this one.
Yeah, and then
Yeah, he's like, hey, oh god,
He's nervous.
oh no,
that's
Everybody,
exactly
what
what
the
he
hell?
sounds like. Just stands there doing that.
Everybody's like, what the hell's wrong with this kid? oh no.
But oh my God. He sits down. He sits down and he's like, "Oh man, who would ever want to be friends with like a guy who just embarrassed himself like me?" And then little bright-eyed Mirio comes over. He's like, "Hey, you're cool." Basically,
I have no whites in my eyes for some reason. It's just blue.
don't be afraid. Like just I'm like a horror show, like walking up.
Yeah,
I'm Tintin.
I only have irises. It's weird.
My name's Tintin. Want to go on adventures with me?
Oh yeah, I'd
imagine.
go on adventures with Tintin. What's Tintin's dog's name?
It's like, isn't it Compass or something? I don't know. It's
Yeah, it is something like that. I think
Yeah.
you're right. I don't know about Compass, but I think it's like something like
it's
that.
been a long time since
It might be
movie.
Compass, actually.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Maybe it's Atlas. I don't know. But
Oh, maybe that Jeff. I don't know.
it's
one of those.
just Bob.
Hey, it's Bob. Bob the dog. But I don't know why. I just wanted to know.
Yeah. So yeah, he's just like, oh hey, we're gonna say like you like heroes up there, and he's like, yeah, you know. Basically, it just kind of showed that Mirio's the only guy who was ever really nice to Amjiki as a kid, so they're close friends. And then I think that's all that happens before the intro, and then
Yeah, pretty much. I think right after the intro, it goes into like I'm a Jiki Sun Eater, whatever his name is. And then he's pretty much just praising oh no, Mirio.
yeah,
It's like, man, this guy's so good. He's so awesome and stuff. While he's like doing the slow motion runaway towards the thing, and then after that, we got like a shot of like I guess like the cops and the Yakuza members like fighting and stuff.
yeah. By the way, I love how the guy at the gate. I don't think it was in this episode. I think it was one before. One of the guys at the gate can shoot leaves. I think we talked about that.
Oh yeah,
but, like,
yeah,
that's
we
just
talked
a-
about it. Yeah,
That's just a funny.
I like that
power. Yeah,
It's a good one.
It's kind of
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. So anyway, they're all running in. They're doing the thing where they all run at the same pace, and while that's happening, they're all having a monologue in their head. It's like we gotta do this and stuff.
He cuts to one hero. He's like, "Man, there's a lot of troops here." Cuts to the second one. He's like, "Oh man, I can't. I hope we don't fight any huge villains." And third guy's like, "Oh, I left the water running at my house."
I would love if one of the heroes it zooms in on him. And he's just like, "Damn, this is a long hallway." Left the toaster on.
If my mom could see me now, like running with the heroes in the hallway.
Is this right after this? Is this the part where we get to see Bubble Girl's dumbass ability?
Yeah, so they're running down the hall, and Night Eye's like, "Oh, I know what to do." He activates like a secret pass code on this door, and it opens up the door. And by the way, these three guys come out of the door. One's got like a trumpet coming out of his mouth. Like, what kind of power is that?
Wait, what? Oh, you remember this?
Yeah, it's like when he opens the door, there's a guy with a knife, a guy who's just looking angry, and then there's the guy in the front. He's got like a trumpet coming out of his mouth. I don't know if it's supposed to be a gun, but it's just like what?
That's pretty good.
Yeah, what if he just starts playing like a tune?
It's a good quirk, just a gun out of your mouth.
So yeah, here's the Bubble Girl part. If you want.
Yeah. All right. So, Bubble Girl, the
scantily dressed hero.
Yeah. The great character, Bubble Girl, with the amazing power of bubbles. When I heard her name was Bubble Girl, I thought it'd be like, oh, she uses bubbles to like. I really thought it was gonna be like, oh, she uses like bubbles to like protect herself or something like that, or something weird. Like, oh, she uses a bubble shield or something like that, like Halo. Or I was just thinking like something cool. No, she literally just spits bubbles into people's faces. They go, bubbles, it's soap, and it's.
So
that's it, and they get blinded.
I guess there's like more to the power. Do you want me to just tell you? Because like,
go ahead.
I don't think so. Basically, she can make like regular bubbles, but I think she can also make like certain scents that are inside the bubbles. Like she can make knockout gas. I think like super like basically like pepper spray kind of bubbles and stuff. I don't know if they mentioned. I don't know like when they mentioned that in the manga, so I might have just potentially spoiled that if they show it later. But it's Bubble Girl. It's just bubbles. It's like it's not
unless she's like the villain. I don't think it matters.
Yeah,
I think she'll just be there so young kids could be like, oh my god, oh
yeah,
so hot.
Can we? I don't think we've actually like, talked about this, but can we just say how ridiculous her outfit is? Like.
Let's talk about it. Not even just because it shows a lot of underboob, but
I think we're both in the same boat. We don't mind seeing beautiful women, but like her outfit is like not combat. It's not meant like what's the purpose of that? I guess
I know. I can tell you the purpose of it.
Yes, in that sense, yes. But
yeah, I just don't get like if it made sense. What's her name? The one that makes things out of her skin, Momo. Okay, even she has a weird name. It just sounds like Momo. You know, I don't know why. But isn't Momo that weird? Isn't Momo that weird like creepy pasta or whatever?
No, that's something else. I think.
Is it like Momo-chan or something like that, or Momoku?
The only Momo I know is from Avatar. That's about it.
Oh, that's the
little monkey, flying lemur.
There you go. Yeah, the lemur.
Yeah.
I only watched the first book, which I know that sounds weird.
Really, you've only seen the first season of Avatar?
Yeah. I saw the movie too. Great film.
Oh, that piece of trash. Oh, okay, that's a whole different. That's
top quality. Great film.
I hate that.
My name is Ong.
Let's have all of our like Asian characters be played by white people.
And then let's switch the Asian villains to Indian. Yeah. Like, all right, M. Night, that's a little weird.
Let's have 5 Earthbenders move one little pebble at like.
Oh yeah, that was great when they're like doing their dance. And they, like
it's so
like
bad.
Poops out,
the
ground poops out a little rock. It's just like.
Anyway, that's a whole.
Speaking of bad. Yeah, speaking of bad, Bubble Girl looks like, I don't know, looks stupid. Her combat equipment is severely lacking. I think she needs to get.
My only guess is if she needs like exposed skin to make the bubbles, but that's just an excuse to like make her scantily dressed.
That's like I probably said this before, but it's like what Metal Gear Solid 5, where Hideo Kojima was like, yeah, there's a reason why Quiet, the scantily clad woman in that game, is the reason. There's a reason why she's dressed like that. And then you play the game and you realize that there really isn't a reason, that he just came up with one just so she could be in bra and panties. She's like, all right. So it's a little weird. But you know what? She's such a small character, I don't really even care.
Oh, Bubble Girl?
Yeah. I at this point, she's not like...
Oh, yeah, no, I don't care either. I just feel like we haven't talked about it, so might as well just...
Yeah. No, I'm glad to bring it up. I mean, she's not like headphone jack girl, which is just like at least Bubbles. Like the way you explain it to me is like, okay, she can use that effectively.
You still hate Jiro with the earphone stuff.
Yeah, she's like the Tracer of My Hero Academia at this point. So,
but she's not annoying like Tracer is though.
No, that's true. She's not even in the show. Yeah. I don't think she said a single word in the season so far.
Maybe in like the first episode with the cameraman, maybe like isn't like a side comment or something. But no, I don't think she's had much, if any, dialogue. No.
If she has only dialogue where it gets cut off halfway, that'd be great. Like she's just like, I have an idea, and then Deku interrupts her. So
yeah, and I do think it's hilarious that this character was a fan design. Like I guarantee this was a guy who like made this. I'm not sure. I can't remember who submitted it to the contest.
Oh, I'm sure. I did it. It was
Oh
me.
yeah,
I did it. I was like, my favorite color is blue.
like
And
boobs.
bubbles. Really like bubbles. Remember those like plastic bubbles you can make? You know what I'm talking about with like it looked like gack a little bit, and then you blow into it and it actually makes like a bubble, but it's like made out of plastic.
Oh yeah, kind of. I do kind of
forgot what
vaguely
it's
remember
called.
that. Yeah,
Yeah, those things sucked.
yeah, they weren't that
and-
great.
No, and if you breathe those
Pretty
in,
sure they're toxic. Yeah.
yeah, they were toxic. You permanent brain damage.
Oh,
Don't do
no. Oh.
it. Anyway,
Bubble
All right,
Girl.
so-
What if she just poisons
Anyway,
people like that?
Bubble
Like that
Girl, I
guy's
hope she-
dead now. Like actually, he's just blind. Like
you know what? I'm looking at she pops in her own eye. Ah!
fuck.
Oh no! But anyway, I was about to say I'm looking at a frame right now of Fat Gum, and I can't wait to talk about the next
Oh,
one.
he's my boy. Fat Gum's
Yeah.
awesome. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, he is awesome. Anyway, what were we talking about before? All right, yeah, Bubble Girl. She does some bubble stuff.
Yeah.
She gets all the guys dead or whatever. And then they run upstairs or whatever. They just keep going. It's just like we gotta go and find Erie and stuff, and everything's like it's like all tense because they have to go. And they get to a hallway where Miria's just like, I gotta get out of here. I gotta phase through walls. That's my ability. I'll try to find Erie because I can phase through walls. You guys can't. So I'm out. Peace. So he does that. And is this right? Like right after that is when they find out the one guy's quirk is making the walls shift around or whatever.
So that does happen right about now, but I think it's important to say how cool it is how Mirio's costume is made of his hair fibers. So like it doesn't fall off his body when he uses it. That's pretty cool idea.
He's like Bayonetta.
Like Bayonetta, yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Her costume's her hair, yeah.
It's just her hair, yeah.
And then
That's why when she does the ultimate move,
she just becomes naked, yeah.
Yeah.
For plot reasons.
Yeah, for the plot. At least that's built in her character, though, that she uses her sexuality, unlike Bubble Girl and Fat Gum. That sexy bastard.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that.
You mentioned him, the guy who can like shapeshift into the walls. This was so weird. So he's a small little guy in a little black costume, and then he like takes his costume off, and then he's a big guy.
He has like this big head. And
maybe
he looks like an evil man.
Yeah, maybe it was like the drug he took that made him big because he like injects himself. So maybe it's that.
Yeah.
But anyway, he shifts into the wall, and then he starts warping it like a funhouse mirror.
Which is a really cool effect.
Yeah, I was like looking at it, and if you watch the scene, there's like a really crazy depth of field where you can see like the cops in the back, but like the whole thing is like that's pretty impressive. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it's impressive considering they do. I'm assuming they do most of these episodes before they air. I'm sure they're still working on maybe the last few episodes as of now.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they were.
They probably did. I think Dragon Ball Super did that, where they had like episodes they were actually making as other episodes were airing.
Yeah,
I'm sure all animes do that, really. But
especially
it's
right
still
now,
impressive that it's only been
working on the movie too. So
that too. They're working on a movie, and it's only been a year since the last season. So
yeah.
Yeah, well, a little bit longer than a year, right?
Yeah, I think so.
That ended like in September.
Longest wait they've ever had. So,
yeah, which is still impressive considering you have an animation like that, which probably took them a little while.
Yeah,
just to do that one scene where everything's morphing, and they have to keep every character in like.
Yeah, and then they like pan around them when they're like huddled together in the hallway. Like that was impressive. Like the background was shifting, but they were using 2D people like panning around them. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, so it obviously took a lot of work to do just a scene like that.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate. I like that. So, is this like right after this? Do they come across the three of the Magnificent Seven over there?
Yeah, the guy who's controlling the hallways drops them into a room. He's like, I'll let these bullets of the Hasaikai or whatever they're called deal with them.
Yeah.
And there's
the bullets. Right.
Yeah, there's three of them. There's Beak Boy. I don't know their actual names. There's Beak Boy. He's got like a blonde hair and a beak. There's a guy who eats things. Spoiler. We'll get to that in a moment. And there's like a big generic bouncer looking guy who's got like a mask.
You got Beak Guy. You got like mask.
Yeah, he looks like
he's wearing like one of those like masks you wear like if you're a doctor.
What's that horror movie?
The Strangers,
Texas Chainsaw Massacre, or like he's got like a bag on his head.
Oh, that's the Strangers.
Oh, is that the Strangers? Okay.
Oh, Trick or Treat actually.
Oh, Trick or Treat. Yeah.
Trick or Treat. Actually, he looks exactly like the kid from Trick or Treat.
Yeah.
With the same bag, kind of like that.
Creepy.
Trick or Treat, great film. Yeah. So like, all right. So you have a Munchie guy. One of them is just like they could steal stuff.
Yeah, that one's dumb. Like,
really
that's just a dumb power. It's called arsony or something. It's
larceny.
Larceny, yeah.
Yeah.
I can steal small objects if your opponent's like wielding them, and then the cops go in there like, hold on, you can't use your guns on him. Like, that's why, because he'll take your guns from you. Like, I guess that's like, if you get your shot off quick, I feel like, I don't know.
I guess you just let him kill you then. Like, what am I supposed to do? Just stand there while he slashes me with a sword? Like, I don't get it. Don't use your guns. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
Fist fight him when he has a sword?
Yeah. Then basically, as always, just like not gonna happen. I'm taking all your powers away, and I'm gonna like beat you up. And basically, I think is this where Amajiki like uses tentacles and like slams them against a wall or something?
Yeah, he slams them against the wall, keeps them there, and he says like, "I'll take care of these guys. I'll finish them quick," because he figures was it him that figured out or somebody else figured out that they're trying to keep everybody in one place. And like,
I think it was like it was either him or Aizawa. Like, hey, these guys are just trying to delay us. So
so they're trying to delay us. So he's gonna take care of all three of these guys, and everybody else can go and try to find Yuri. So they all leave, even though like I think was it Mirio is just like, I believe in him. He's no, not Mirio. I'm sorry, Mirio's not there.
Well, he did say that before he leaves. Like he pats him on the shoulders, like, I believe in you, and then he runs away.
he runs and he dives through a wall. It's just like, this is weird. But Fat Gum's like, no, I believe in this guy. He's got moxie.
He says, he's gonna do the strongest one here.
Yeah, he's the best.
All he's lacking is confidence.
Yes. So
let's
leave
trust
him by
him.
himself. Leave him by himself with three villains.
All he's lacking is confidence. Let's leave him to the three people.
Yeah. I'm sure he won't die. Let's leave.
Yeah, let's see.
Which I guess ends up working out. Spoilers, but but at first it's a little weird. But it's a good scene. It's like
it's good. We're joking, but it was all good.
Yeah, no, it was a good scene. Yeah. I liked it. But anyway,
and then it goes one by one through kind of what the villain's powers are. Like we said, one guy can steal small objects, I guess, like if they're on your person, like if you're on your belt or in your hand. That's just like a weird power. It's stupid.
It is. He's like, I got your gum. I'm like, what?
I got your underwear.
Oh no! You look in your face like, what? How?
What if you just stole people's shoes? Like, just go around, just steal their shoes. I got
steal their
shoes.
Fingernails. Like, what?
Oh no!
How?
Yeah.
Steal their glasses.
And then one guy is like a diamond dude, I guess, or like a rock.
I didn't understand what his ability. It's either I don't remember, or I just didn't understand because I can't. I'm looking at it right now. I cannot tell what it is.
It's like some sort of like gem stone thing.
Oh yeah, he shoots gems or something, right?
It's like Red Rocket that you call him, Red Riot.
Oh yeah, Red Rocket. It's Red Rocket except he shoots out.
Yeah, but he's got like
crystals
on his body instead.
Which, to be fair, is better.
Yeah, debatable.
Yeah. I mean, the quirk is better because crystals.
Yeah, but then
then
he said, we'll get to that later. I think he says like they're fakes in like his past. Like someone tried to. I gotta say it right now. I guess someone like they all reveal like their sad backstory, and then that guy's like, oh yeah, someone used to use me to like sell the gems that grow in my body, but then they found out they're useless fakes, and like then they like beat me with an inch of my life. And
but why didn't you just turn into crystals? I mean, they might be fake, but they're still hard, right?
Yeah.
Or is it rock candy?
That'd be awesome. Like Pop Rocks.
Oh yeah, the Pop Rocks. They're beating his ass, and they're just. He's in a puddle. And just. All right. So they all have a sad backstory. I feel like that's like a thing that they keep doing with the villains, or like the side villains.
For this Yakuza group, it seems like they're very much trying to emphasize that they were all like gutter trash before.
Yeah, gutter trash until
he came by and like rounded them up and
overhaul.
Yeah,
which made I guess his master, right? Because they mentioned his master. Did they mention him? Actually, no, they mentioned him in the next episode. Spoiler.
Yeah, spoiler.
Yeah. Oops. But they did show him in the last episode, right? Because he was the one on the bed.
Yeah,
I'm assuming.
Well, yeah, that was the actual like leader, but he's like ill, I guess, and bedridden.
Or he's just tired.
Yeah, he just had a long night.
He had a long night.
Yeah,
he's sleepy time.
Yeah,
but
here we get to Almajiki's backstory, like the main focus of this second half of this episode. It shows him like doing the quirk training thing with his class, and he can't do anything. He can make a little leaf come out of his hand, and everyone's like, everyone's like not laughing at him. They're like, oh, just go back of the line, and then everyone starts laughing at Mirio though, because he fails hard. He's like trying to go through like a plank of wood, and like he face plants into it.
He face plants,
and he's like, "Come on, guys, it's really hard." Like
it's really hard, guys.
Because I don't know if you guys remember back in season 3 how he explained his power works. It's like really complicated because you have to like constantly choose what part of your body is like throughable or however you permeable. So it's not just like, oh, I can walk through stuff. You got to like do it part of your body at a time, and that's probably what he was struggling with.
Ow. All right,
guys.
sorry for the cut there.
Technical difficulties.
yeah. My Skype just shut. I don't know what happened. It just crashed.
Mine did too. Apparently, and I don't know what that was all about. But
it might have just like because I crashed. It probably like your Skype was just like, wait, what the hell's going on? Where'd that guy go?
Yeah.
And then, so you were in the middle of something.
Yeah. So we're talking about
his backstory.
Yeah, we're doing the backstory and the training and stuff, and then everyone's like laughing at Mirio because he failed and they like face planted, and then they're walking down this evening sunset boulevard kind of thing, and Amajiki and him and Mirio are talking. He's like, "Yeah, you're so great," and blah blah blah, and Mirio's like, "Well, I'm only great because you're always so nervous, and like you inspire me to do like better. Like you don't back down, so why should I?" And and then Amajiki says like, "You're as bright as the sun." Amajiki seems like a poetic kind of quiet person, like
a little bit.
Yeah, so he kind of like says it.
Bright as the sun.
Yeah, he has like analogies like that kind of stuff. And then he's like, "I don't know if like you're." If I'm the sun, then you must be something better than that. And then that's the Sun Eater, like, came up with that name. And I think this is where, like, he starts to be beast in the fight, right? Like, that was, like...
Yeah, that's when he, like, goes, like, full-on, like, KO Ken times 10. Yeah.
And he basically goes, like, Kraken mode.
He's so, like, super Kraken.
Yeah.
What do you call it?
Vast hybrid.
Vast hybrid,
then,
there you go. It's just like...
Chimera Kraken, yeah.
Yeah, he has, like, Kraken face on him and stuff, and he's going nuts.
Yeah, and he starts flailing around his arms and
which
pretty cool.
I think is this when it's revealed that one of them eats food? That's how.
Yeah, like the Beak Boy starts freaking out and he's like, "Hey, face guy, start eating. It's like time to eat." And he's like, "Yum, seafood." Like he says something like stupid.
Yeah, he's
like
"I love seafood."
And he starts eating his arms, which is kind of disgusting if you think about it. I get it's not like his actual arms, but it's like it is. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah,
like eating him.
But he's like chewing, like there's blood everywhere too.
Yeah, and like
awesome.
the crystal guy, like what's it called? The crystal guy goes in for a punch, and then the klepto guy, the kleptomaniac, just takes his armor from his face, and he gets hit, and it's not looking good.
So it's a good fight, and they beat his ass down, and he's just like, and then crystal guy's like, "Yeah, that's right. We got you. We're the best, or whatever. We work together. We're family."
And instead of all their backstory of like, we already talked about that.
Yeah,
like,
we already talked about
saved them, and
so like before we kill you, let me tell you about our backstory. Give you enough time for you to bite down on a crystal and then get crystal power so you can beat our asses, which is what exactly he does. Like, and then, I guess because he eats anything. I thought it was only food, but I guess anything he eats, he turns into. So. Unless it is rock candy, like we said, which is
imagine
the best rocks.
Food, like
or pop rocks.
In his mind, he's like, "Oh, I'm going to take this guy's crystal power and have an ultimate defense," but it's like tastes like pop rocks.
It gives himself away because he's eating it secretly, but everybody's just like, "Wait, you hear that?" It's just like popping. Yeah. So yeah, anyway, he uses his crystal pop rocks to beat everyone's ass, and he wins. And he wins the day.
Is there a post credit? No, it was only a preview. Okay, no.
It was a good episode though. I really liked it.
It was really good.
I enjoyed listening to his backstory and watching some action unfold. The animation was really good. I really liked the whole sequence we talked about before with the waving around and
going into the season, there was like 5 or so like moments I was really looking forward to, and this was like one of them. Not like the top 3 or anything, but it was one of the better ones. And I was like, I was kind of disappointed with the episode. Like, not. I just thought that the fight was oddly paced because the hypest moment wasn't the end. It was like the middle where he goes to Kraken mode. And
That's true.
And then like the ending was like I don't want to say it ended on a whimper, but like you said, he just like he ate the raw candy. And
I guess it was more like a he outsmarted them.
Yeah. No, it was really good.
He did some badass stuff.
It was really good though. And
it was good. I think there was a post credit scene, wasn't there, or was there not?
I don't think so. Not that I could see.
Yeah, I don't remember. I know the next one has one, right?
Yes. Actually, no. I don't think the next one does because they use all the time for the awesomeness that was. Yeah,
you're right.
Possibly my favorite episode of My Hero ever.
Really, this one?
Yeah, I know. I just loved everything about it. I can't wait to talk about it.
Okay. All right. Well, let's talk about it then.
So,
Red Rocket, the best character.
Yeah. So this one starts, but just really quickly wrapping up like Amajiki trying to walk away from the room. And
he's just like, I got him. I won. And he just falls down. He's like, I did.
It's so his like character. Like he's like, oh man, me, always me. Like
it's always me. Even though he just took down 3 villains.
Yeah,
he took down 3 of the 7. So like, that's pretty good.
Yeah, or the 7 or 8 beastliest people they have there. Yeah. He took out 3 of them by himself. Although to be fair, I don't think those guys were nearly as beast as the ones that we're going to talk about in this.
Yeah, I'm assuming so because this one they had 2, and they had 2 guys, and 2 guys fought them, and they barely got out of there.
Yeah, they barely got out alive.
Yeah.
So they're running down the hall. They're all like, "Oh, is it a good idea to leave him back there?" Like again, then Vacuum's like, "Well, I guess they haven't seen him doing anything, so they're gonna doubt him." Blah blah blah. What happens first here? I'm trying to think.
They just keep running, and they just they keep talking about like what's happening, what's going on. They're talking about the guy in the walls,
they're trying to.
We haven't seen him in a little while or whatever, right? And I think Eraserhead's talking about like if I just see him once, like if he pops out or whatever,
even like a body part, like anything.
Yeah, even a body part could stop his ability. And then I think you even see a shadow of him at one point, right?
Yeah, which is it's cool, like creepy though. Like imagine you're in a hallway and you see like just a shadow shift, like down the hall.
Yeah, I was like, oh no. Yeah, I had a messed up dream yesterday. Can we just pause for a second?
Yeah, of course.
I had a messed up dream. I don't even know what the dream was about. I just remember there was this. It was weird. You have to go with me for a second.
Okay.
I was at my old house. I don't know why I was there.
Old house. Okay.
Old
so
house.
How old is this house? Like
no, it's just like an old house I was in before. It's like 10 years maybe 10 years ago. And I was outside. I don't know why I was outside. You know how dreams work.
Yeah, that's just weird.
Most of what happened besides maybe simple. I mean, like big things that happen.
Yeah.
And for some reason, there was this guy just standing there. And he was just standing there. And it's just like a normal looking dude. He looked like he was like in his 20s. He's just standing there in my driveway. I'm like, okay, that's weird. And he's just standing there. And it's weird. And all I remember is like thinking of like a video game glitch. You ever see like in a video game where a character like just like maybe glitches and doesn't move anymore?
Yeah.
It looked like that.
Like he was oddly still. Like
he was oddly still. But he wasn't like he was like in a weird position. I forgot how he looked, but he looked weird, and that freaked me out so much that I woke up and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm just staying awake."
Oh boy.
I don't know why it freaked me out.
That's so simple yet eerie.
It's so simple.
That
just like a shadow.
Yeah.
A shadow creeps you out. A dude that looks normal, he's just standing there, and it just creeped me out. I don't know why.
I'd be freaked out too.
Yeah.
That's odd.
I'm scared.
Your old house and just like maybe it's your mind trying to tell you something.
Yeah, it's like don't go there.
Don't go back to the house you've been away from for a decade.
Yeah, it's like miles away. But I'm just like, if I ever go there and I see the guy out there,
Can't wake up from that.
That's a sign. I better wake up. Anyway, there you go. That was the weird dream I had. I don't know why. It's creepy, but it was.
that actually ties in pretty well with the creepy shadow,
creepy
shifting
shadow
around. But yeah,
a dude standing there, he looking like he was like a glitch. Like that's all I was thinking. Like after
it's like the missing number from Pokemon. Like that.
Yeah, he's like missing up. So he just look like a random dude. He's just standing there in the driveway, and like I don't remember what else happened in that dream, but like say. I can only assume that's really what freaked me out because that's the one thing I really remember is just some dude. It looked like just some normal dude. I don't know why. It just creeped me out. Anyway.
Interesting.
Anyway, back to my hero. Speaking of creepy, Bubble Girl shows up right after this.
Does she? Oh yeah,
I think so.
So yeah, they're like talking about the eye guy, and then it shifts to Bubble Girl, who's like they're apprehending the trumpet mouth dude that we talked about.
Yeah, the trumpet mouth. Yeah, the three that popped out of the doorway. The guy with the trumpet mouth, which I really would have liked to see his ability because I didn't even notice the trumpet mouth.
Just like smooth jazz or like.
That's nice. Oh, snake jazz.
It's like the Ron Swanson from Parks and Rec. He plays like jazz secretly.
Yeah.
Spoilers to anyone who hasn't seen that show, I guess. But
I've never seen it, but I know who Ron Swanson is.
Okay.
It's I forgot the actor's name. Oh crap! I like the actor anyway. So all right. So right after that we have this is where the episode really starts. All right, you got.
We
Bubble
should
Girl,
mention they talk about the what's it called the old boss, like how he's like old fashioned and like and they don't like. Not everyone likes how Overhaul's doing things. Like, that's basically about it. Like there's a divide. There's like the old people and then the newer ones.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. That they would have that conflict too, because Overhaul so far has been very. What's the word I'm looking for? Not mean. Chaotic.
Blowing up your allies when they don't.
He's been very stereotypical villain so far. He's just like, I don't like.
Oh, you messed up, splat.
Yeah, it's like an old '80s action movie. It's just like you failed me. You just blow his head off. Like Jesus, that guy. I mean, he failed you, but. Damn,
he's still one of your guys. Like, give him
I don't know. Blow his head off.
Give him a pep talk and say, "Do better next time." Don't just murder him.
Yeah, throw him out of a window.
Yeah,
it's not gonna help anything. All right, so like this is the part where
it's good. Yeah.
Wait, say again.
I'm saying, yeah, you're right. This is where it gets good.
Yeah, this is where it starts. Like, really gets it going. All right, so everybody's running. Of course, they're doing their same animation, and then out of nowhere, doesn't Eraserhead just get attacked immediately because the wall guy knows that.
That's like the problem he's got to deal with.
One thing he attacks him, but I was thinking this after the episode. Maybe let me go back right now. Maybe it makes sense. But I thought he said even a little piece of him. If he sees a little piece, wouldn't he like stop his power?
Yeah, he needs like an eye, a hand, anything. Yeah.
Oh, it has to be a part of him, not like part of the wall. Okay, all right, that makes sense, I guess. Because he's like attacking him with the wall, which is not actually the wall. Obviously, he's like, I guess it is the wall, but he's like morphing into something else, attacking Eraserhead.
It's almost like earth bending or something.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, it's like earth bending, except for a wall bending.
Wall bending.
But I guess that's what he didn't.
What do they usually make walls out of? Like it's like a plastic. It's like a styrofoam or whatever they call it.
Rubber.
Yeah, rubber bending. I don't know.
Rubber bending. It's made out of rubber bands.
Yeah.
But so he's shooting him against the wall or whatever. Eraserhead's getting messed up, and then Fat Gum jumps in the way. He's just like, "No, I'm gonna help or whatever." Right? He's like, "I'm gonna.
I'll take the hit because I'm fat.
I'm fat. I can absorb the hit because all fat people can." And then he gets knocked into a different room, and you find out that it wasn't just him. It was also Red. I was gonna say Red Rocket. Gear Shaft, is that his name? What?
Kirishima.
Oh, I think it's Gear Shaft. I'm like, is that a new hero name? Gear Shaft.
I mean, he does have like gears on his shoulders. Now I think about
it. I guess. Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Right, but this is where shit gets real. Like they dive in, like, oh, you're here too. Oh wait, we're not alone. And
yeah,
then,
because Kirishima jumped in, but because Gum is so fat, you couldn't tell.
like they're rolling down the tube, and like he's just fat. Like, Fat Gum's awesome. We're gonna talk about that.
Yeah, I like Fat Gum. Yeah. I really like the reveal later when I'm just like, oh man, I wish I could do that.
So beautiful. This brawler beat another beak-looking guy. He's got like
dolphin-looking guy, or like, no, he looks like a not dolphin. Like what's that whale everybody loves?
Orca.
Yeah, but like, what's the one whale everybody likes? Like the
Shamu?
one. Shamu, there you go. He looks like.
He just
looks like a. Yeah, well, I don't know why. Every time I see one, I think of Shamu. Okay. Shamu, which is, classic orca. Is he a whale or orca?
I think it's a killer whale or like orca or something. I don't know.
But orca, whale. I don't know. Potatoes.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But so he comes out with his orca mask, his Shamu mask, and he's like a big brawler dude, which is, I don't know, kind of generic, I guess, because we've seen a couple of characters that have just been like, I'm strong, like I'm really strong. I think he has like a different ability, right? Isn't his like ability like something else? Like he's just strong, but does he like build?
I think it's just like extremely fast punches. He punches like a machine gun, basically.
Yeah,
in this
I'm gonna guess that's it. But like what's his name? Muscular was a little bit different.
Muscular was just kind of like raw power. Like
he had like the muscles outside or whatever, which was a little weird.
He said he increases his speed so fast that his muscles, like when they grow to do it, they leave his skin because it's just so much muscle. So it's like, something like that. I don't know.
That makes sense.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. Muscular was cool though. I like. I just like the visual of just a guy with like his muscles outside of his body, which is creepy.
But, I mean, it's kind of like, if you think about it, it's basically like the Hulk without his like skin.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So
a little gross.
Then Kirishima gets immediately knocked out of the fight temporarily, but just with one punch. Like
because he's just like, because a couple. I actually like that this is an episode that happens a couple episodes after his episode.
Yeah,
where he goes Kaioken times 10. Yeah, he's just like, I'm strong now. Look at me. What do you call it? Like full.
That's like unbreakable.
You didn't call it full cal.
That's dick.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But like he went Super Saiyan, and then a couple episodes later he's like, yeah, that's right, I got my strength, I'm strong, and then he immediately gets his ass beat with one punch, and he's like breaking, he's like on his knees in pain. I'm just like, Jesus, not that I like that, I just like that. One episode you think like, oh yeah, he's finally mastered his abilities, and then the next episode,
yeah,
just like,
they timed that very well. Like it's cool. It was like, and he even said it himself, like I thought I was strong, like I'm not, and like. But before that, Fat Gum gets like the snot started to get like punched out of him. Yeah, it's a really cool like visual, like because when he starts punching Fat Gum, it's just like steam coming off of Fat Gum. Like what the heck? But then then what's it called? Fat Gum. He tries to punch back, and then a barrier comes up, and then you see the second guy, who's like another beak guy. They all have beaks because that's just like I think that's just their
that's their
mask,
symbol, I guess,
like clan or whatever.
Yeah, I'm sure Hasaikai means that or something like that. Well, we should look up what Shie Hasaikai actually means.
That'd be interesting.
That means like masked bird or something.
Beaked Yakuza members.
Yeah, that's what it means. Yakuza is just Japanese for Yakuza, but it's, when you combine it with a couple different words, it has a different translation somehow.
Yeah. By the way, I think the brawler's name is Rappa. Like Parappa the Rappa?
Parappa the Rappa?
Yeah. So you can call him Parappa the Rappa.
Step on the gas!
But yeah, his name's Rappa. I don't know what the shield guy's name is, but he comes out, he's got like his hands on his temples, like, must you always be so, like, whatever, like
chaotic,
brash,
brutal, or brash. Yeah, I think he said brash.
And they're like, we were supposed to work together, that, he put us on the same team for a reason, because Spear and Shield. And he's like, whatever, and he keeps punching Fat Gum, and Fat Gum's just like taking the hits.
Standing there taking it, he's like, oh,
and he's like thinking to himself, like, oh man, this is not gonna end well, because he's like, oh, they were fighting before, but I feel like if I were to really like actually go after this guy, he'd put up a barrier still anyway, and I can't get past that, and then he's like, okay, and Kirishima's knocked out, so that I'm basically by myself right now. Like he underestimated Kirishima. And he's like, okay, so my only plan is like, and he starts talking to the villain, like, oh, we'll see what happens first, whether my body gives out or your fists like get tired or whatever.
Yeah.
Something like that. Something cool.
Yeah, pretty cool.
And by the way, Fat Gum is like, his
shirt's just all ripped up and stuff.
Yeah, and it's like he's so fat, you can't even see his belly button.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, where's his belly button?
I think it's like the Peter Griffin effect, where every time you see him naked, you don't see his thing because his belly's just like covering it.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah, there you go.
It's just kind of like that, but
probably.
I just think it should be acknowledged. Like, I think this is like the first time in anime history, like a fat guy is a legitimate badass like hero. Like,
right? Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's always like a ripped dude with a shirt off and is like glowing or like with spiky hair.
Yeah,
and here we have a fat guy who just
they have like 10 pounds of muscle.
Yeah,
or not 10 pounds. I'm sorry, I meant 10,000 pounds.
Yeah, that's 10 pounds.
10 pounds. That's nothing. I have 10 pounds of muscle.
Then the what's it called? The beak dude's like, oh, this is gonna be easy. It's 2 shields, and he's like, oh, I don't even know if that guy counts as one. The Kirishima.
Yeah,
he's like done.
And Kirishima, it keeps cutting back and forth to him. Like he even has like a flashback to the episode before. He's like, I thought I got stronger.
Yeah, and he's like, I thought it was a really good quote. I don't know if you watched the English or the Japanese one.
I watched the English.
English one? Okay. So in the English one, he's like, so if I harden and it cracks, there's like nothing worthwhile underneath. Like he's just saying like, it's not, I gotta like try harder than that. So Fat Gum continues to get the shit kicked out of him, and then it cuts to Kirishima, and he's just like,
he's just
I can't move. This is exactly like it was back then. And then we cut back to his flashback. So
yep. This was nice. I really like this.
Yeah.
Where we actually get to see his backstory a little bit, which they hinted at something about his backstory a couple episodes ago, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
It was like it was when he was fighting that knife guy in the alleyway when he first did his like unbreakable mode, and he won. And everyone's like, "Oh, you did a good job." And he's like, I wonder if I finally improved since then. And like it cut back to like
cut back to something. Didn't it show something or whatever?
Yeah, like, it showed a scene from this episode where it's him like looking down and like kind of upset with himself.
Oh, okay, all right, okay. So anyway, this flashback was pretty cool. It shows him back in, I guess, like
middle school.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, like him with his hair down and stuff, and someone's picking on this little like Arthur looking, Arthur looking dude.
He looks like what are those like Teddy Graham graham crackers?
Oh yeah, that's like graham cracker guys. Yeah,
this guy looks ridiculous. Now I think about it.
He's like, "Hey man, you make leaves into money, man. I want some money." And they're like giving him leaves.
He's a fucking teddy bear.
He's a teddy bear. He's a teddy bear that turns leaves into money. I thought his quirk would be he's just a teddy bear.
It just dawned on me how ridiculous. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
but like if he was just a normal looking dude and he turns things into money, I'll be like, okay. But why is he
a bear?
He has 2 quirks then because he's a bear that also turns things into money. Like, I don't. Why does he have 2 quirks?
I don't know, dude.
I just realized.
I don't know why they hit me so hard right now.
I didn't realize that too until we talked about how he looks like Arthur, and he looks like a Teddy Graham
every day when you're walking down the street. It's like it's playing the Arthur song.
The Arthur fist meme.
The rest of this episode is just about him, like he's Arthur, and it shows like how to deal with bullies and shit.
Yeah. I guess make money.
And it's like,
leaves.
remember, kids, when you're getting bullied for money, just make your own.
Yeah, make your own. But if it's fall, you're screwed. It's the leaves.
It makes like brown bills.
Yeah, big brown bills. Like it looks like Monopoly money. Anyway,
yeah, continue.
Anyway, they're picking on Arthur. He's just like, I can't. If I make money, leaves into money, it's not gonna look good. Or something.
It's not gonna. It like goes away after a while. Like it'll turn back to leaves.
Then we'll spend it quick. They said, or whatever. Yeah, because they're evil. And then immediately Kirishima comes up. He's like, "Hey, don't do it! Stop!" With his like brown hair and stuff. And doesn't he immediately get his ass beat by a rock or something like that? Like one of the
he's like that's not very manly to pick on a kid. And then they throw a rock in his face. Like, oh, don't worry. His quirk's pretty weak. It just makes his skin a little harder.
Yeah, not that hard.
Yeah.
Well, it's good that he was using his quirk there because they could have killed him.
Can you imagine, like, owning a store, and then like some kids come in and buy something, and like 5 minutes later, you look in the cash register, there's a bunch of leaves.
There's a bunch of leaves. What the hell?
Those damn kids.
Yeah, and immediately, like in this world that we live in, you'd be like, "That's really strange." In the My Hero world, you'd be like, "Oh, those darn sons of bitches." You'll immediately know that one of them had a weird quirk.
Yeah.
Yeah. How does like anything exist in My Hero that exists in this world? Like really thinking about it, like how does it even like a subway exist?
So I can only assume like. So I don't think the quirks have been around since like the dawn of man. I think it's been
no, of course not.
I think it's been like 50 to like 100 years around that time. So they probably developed the same as we did up until like quirks happened, and then
right.
Like, so I'd imagine things are like similar. They have like trains and cars and stuff.
But to be fair though, if it did start recently, then it should be way more pandemonium because everybody's like, I just got this power where I can blow up cars or whatever.
Oh, they talked about that in season 2 when All Might was saying like the backstory of All For One, how like when quirks came about, there was like there was like mass riots and like all the laws had to be reformed, and in the chaos of like how everyone was doing, that's when All For One like rose, like he would bring people under his power, and so
okay, I don't remember that, but I was wondering that too because it would be like every time they showed a city, like it usually looks pretty nice, whatever.
Yeah.
It should be a smoldering pile of ash, really.
Yeah, it should be.
In all honesty, because almost anybody could have a quirk. Any person could have a quirk that could end the world. like I have a quirk that turns all the air into fire.
I have nuclear farts.
Nuclear fire. Yeah,
it's like Waluigi or Wario. Like,
oh yeah, Wario. Yeah, I have a quirk that explodes the sun.
Oh, literally. What's it called? That person from season 1, 13, like black hole.
Oh
like
yeah,
black hole hands.
Right, exactly. If she just decided she had a bad day one day, that'll be it. The whole city would be gone.
She's like in the line for a drive-through at like McDonald's. Like, get out of the way! Like, she steps in the car in front.
She's at the DMV. She's like,
"Move it, Grandma."
Move it, Grandma.
Anyway. So yeah, they're pestering the guy for leaves. They throw the rock in his face, and then they walk away with the kid. And his friends pop out of the bushes.
Yeah, they're in the bushes.
Really creepy. And they're like, "Oh, don't worry about it. Like, you can't do anything." And Kirishima's like, "It doesn't matter about what your quirk is. You have to have an honorable spirit." And they're like, and then Mina Ashido, the pink girl,
which I didn't know they knew each other before then.
I don't think they knew each other like this scene, because that's why they were like, that's who she is. Like,
oh yeah, I know, but like after this scene, after this episode, it's confirmed that they did know each other, right?
Which makes sense. Like if they're all from the same area, I guess some of the kids would have probably been in the same middle school. So
yeah. No, it makes sense. I'm sure they probably mentioned it before.
I don't think they did.
No, all right. Well, they just wrote that in. That's bad writing. Bad show,
manga,
0 out of 10. Bad show, 0 out of 10. I'm gonna go see the new Fast and Furious movie. Those movies are sick.
Yeah,
best writing.
So they cut to Mina, and they're like, "Oh, what's going on over there?" And she's like, she's really laying into him. She's like yelling at him, and then she starts dancing, and then they all start break dancing.
Yeah,
and then the guy's like, "Hey, they're break dancing," and then they all got along.
It almost felt like a scene you'd see in like a movie or something. It's like, wait, hold on, now they're telling jokes, and then it cuts away, and then it cuts back, and they're break dancing. Like, what? I thought that was funny.
Then she runs off with their friends, and they're like, "That's all heroes want nowadays. You gotta be flashy. You gotta have like a powerful quirk, and you gotta. It's all about like
be pink.
It's about looking like entertainment. They said like entertainment value or something.
Yeah, probably like entertainment value.
Yeah,
like even looking like a hero, looking like a generic hero. Too.
Yeah,
it's just like cape. Gotta have the cape. Gotta have the cool mask. They didn't say any of this, but I read into it.
Yeah,
so, you gotta be. I haven't watched The Boys yet, but I'm getting like a Boys vibe here.
Oh.
If this show was like The Boys, that'd be amazing.
I haven't
even watched The Boys yet. You know the premise for The Boys?
Nope.
Read the premise here, and then you'd be like, "Oh,
okay."
It would change the show completely. But anyway,
so
and then isn't there like a scene where you find out like I'm sure this also has been mentioned, but he has like a a hero that he looked up to, kind of like how Deku looked up to All Might.
Yeah, because it shows him like, oh, my quirk isn't that flashy, but like, he's like, my hero said that you can, you don't have to have a special quirk to be a hero. You just gotta like, show a spirit. But before that, we get a really kind of creepy scene. He's like walking down the street, and this giant like cloaked. Now I know what it is, but I'm not gonna say what it is because I believe comes in later in the manga.
Yeah, well, they actually spoiled it, I guess, in the subtitles because I have the subtitles on. It says like Giganto.
Yeah, his name's Giga Machia or something.
Yeah, Machia,
he just know he comes into play much later in the manga.
Okay. Oh, really?
But I didn't even know that.
I
never knew that this was that guy. So I was kind of surprised because he looks different here than he does later on. So.
Okay.
But yeah, he's like really creepily like looming over these two middle school girls, and and he's like, "Where's the Springer Hero Agency?" or something
he's
like that.
He's getting annoyed too, so it's like crumbling the building he's holding on
and
to.
These two girls are just like frozen in fear, and he's like, "Why won't you answer me?" Like,
you're being very rude.
Yeah, and then here's the moment that Kirishima was like alluding to, where he was like frozen and he didn't do anything and he wanted to. And
I didn't think it was that moment. I thought there was gonna be a bigger moment than because the way they suggested it in that episode a few episodes back, I thought it was gonna be like a big deal. You know what I mean? And not that this wasn't a big deal. I thought it was gonna be like something really big. Like oh my god, because I didn't do something, somebody died. You know,
that'd be tragic for a middle schooler. Like, oh yeah, me as a middle schooler, it's my fault that I didn't do anything.
Yeah,
someone else
I know it would have been too much, but the way they suggested it made it seem like it was like a big deal.
Yeah,
where he was just like, oh, something may have happened.
Yeah. And then we once again get Mina, like the second time, having a heroic act. I know the first one wasn't like that crazy; it was just stopping bullies. But this one, she actually like dove in front, and she's like, "Go take that street, go 2 miles down, and then you'll be right there."
2 miles,
whatever it was, like 2 kilometers.
It was 2 miles. We walked 10 miles away.
Go take a boat to South America.
Yeah,
and like,
there you go. Go there. Go into the forest.
What if she's just like? What if she said like 25 instructions and he just paused there, like that glitch in the driveway you're talking about?
Oh yeah, there you go.
It's just like, and he's like,
he just like stands still. I'm like, oh no, oh no, my nightmares.
But he goes, and then she's like, oh, she starts crying. She's like afraid. She's like, oh, we'll be able to hurry up. I sent him to the police.
Yeah, I sent him to the police station. I don't know where the hell he wanted to go. I was scared.
Which is funny. Like, sent him to what do you think the police thought when he showed up? Like, oh my god. What if police officers died like fighting him?
Yeah, thanks a lot, Mina. They fought him immediately.
There's a lot of things you think about, but
why are there even police? I mean, they should that's not really what I should say. Why are there police, like regular police? Shouldn't there be like a squad of policemen that have quirks?
I bet some have quirks, but
I'm sure some of them
do. How many people are still quirkless? Like 20% or something?
I have no idea.
It's a low number, but I'd imagine it's a pretty popular spot for quirkless people who want to be heroes.
Yeah, I want to be a policeman officer.
Yeah.
Little
so
Hot Fuzz reference.
What happens next? Here's a real. Can I handle this scene because this one's like really emotional. What's it called? He's like hanging out in his room, and he's got what do you call them? Those like papers you fill out, like where your choices want to be.
I forgot what they're called.
You know what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah, I know.
He's like, I want to go to this high school. He's just
application. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sure.
And he's just chilling there, and he's like, he's like, oh, there was a story about a kid in the paper the other day who like jumped into the action even though he was like quirkless to help his friend, and that was obviously Deku, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, and he cried the whole way there.
What a jump it's been. Like Deku always cried to like
now he cries sometimes.
Yeah, he's got just a little bit of a leaky faucet. But, and then he's just like kind of frustrated, and he throws something at the bookshelf, it like knocks down like a hologram or something. I get they have holograms in this world.
Yeah, it knocked it like he had a book from Crimson Riot.
Yeah,
not from him, but it was about Crimson Riot, and I guess he forgot about it since. Oh yeah, that's right. This thing came. I never looked at this, but it came with the book I got for my birthday or something like that. Which I'm like, wait, you never looked? I thought he's like your favorite hero. You never looked at this? Like, fake fan, but
yeah, fake fan,
fake fan.
Wannabe.
But yeah, no, you can talk about it because it was a really good scene though.
Yeah, so like I watched the Japanese version of this episode because I wanted to hear how it sounded, and this one sounds so much better in English on this scene in particular. Like the guy, he's getting interviewed by this girl, and he's like telling her what his like philosophy of being a hero is, and then this really cool, like one of the coolest quotes ever in the show. Like the girl's, he's like, the reason I can act the way I do today is because I failed to save someone once before. And she's like, oh, I heard about that. Oh, don't worry, it wasn't your fault. And then she's like trying to like be nice. And he's like, I don't think you understand what I mean. Like the reason I can do what I do now is because while I do fear death, like when I fight crime, and obviously anytime you fight a villain, you can die. There's something I fear a lot worse, and that's seeing the look on someone's face as they die. Like that was pretty dark. But then like
it was pretty dark,
he's like, that's why I can do what I do, because I there's something I fear worse than death, and I don't like fear it. And then he's just then he says like, oh, what does chivalry mean to you? And he says, oh, it just means living every day to your fullest and having no regrets. And Kirishima's crying. Yeah. So he's entitled to one crying scene because Deku got like 50, so he gets.
If he gets 2 though, so help me God.
Yeah. Take a boat to South America.
Yeah, 10 miles away, go on a boat, 500 miles.
Yeah. I just thought that was a really touching scene. Really, really cool.
Yeah, it was actually really good. I was surprised too, because not that the show never does any emotional moments, obviously it does, but that was actually like a really genuine moment from a character we don't know anything about. Like Crimson Riot.
I think that's my favorite part about the show is like in other anime, like the side characters, they never get like stuff like this where it's like, I mean, I'll use Dragon Ball as an example. I don't know Dragon Ball too well, but like, you know everything about Goku, Vegeta, and like the main people, like Frieza, I guess. You know like what their backstories and stuff are, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
But in this show, it's like, okay, you obviously have like Deku, Bakugo, All Might, and like you know their backstories, but then like you have like classmates who are normally like just like side characters for laughs and stuff. They get like legitimate like
episodes
deep,
and stuff.
Backstories and stuff.
So I feel like, I mean, Deku has had episodes, sure, but not really an episode really dedicated to him. Like actually like straight up like dedicated to him, besides the one where he cries and his friends cheer him
I feel like season 1 was more or less just his sort of thing, because I don't like, but other than that, there wasn't like a single episode. It was
I'm not even saying it as a negative. I'm saying it as like kind of a positive, because they have 2 episodes based on Kirishima.
Yeah.
Focusing on him, which I think is good. If this whole season's going to be that, where it's like focusing on a lot of the side characters, which haven't really gotten any.
And Sun Eater, who we didn't know anything about.
We didn't knew anything. I mean, he showed up the last 2 episodes of last season. So
and he said like 2 things. He just like pouted in the corner and
he's like, "Hey," he's like, "I'm scared" or whatever.
Yeah.
But no, it was a really good moment, and I'm glad that we're getting more from the side characters. Some side characters we don't need too much from. Like I don't need a Mineta. We don't need
even
Mineta.
He got his own kind of moment, like, and he was like fighting Midnight or whatever.
Yeah, I forget it.
He had like he threw his balls at her.
Yeah, he threw his balls at a woman. Great.
Yeah,
he's a changed man.
No, he definitely wasn't changed. He's still a stupid little.
And I like pause when I say man too.
He's not.
He's like a.
I'm glad they made him the way he is, because the whole fandom can just shit on him, like for being a terrible like person. So
it must suck for the voice actor though.
Maybe they like it. Maybe they like being the center.
Oh yeah, didn't we talk about this? Like maybe they like being The weirdo, like the weirdo in an anime.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. I mean, I guess it would be easy, right? All you have to say is like, "Oh boy, I got to see them nude," you know.
Yeah.
There you go. I just did. You could clip that and put it in an episode.
That's not a bad impersonation, honestly. Pretty close.
I have to remember exactly what he sounds like because it's actually been a little while since I've heard him.
I mean, that's kind of what he sounds like a little bit. He's like,
yeah, like nasally a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. Oh boy, I can't wait to see them nude.
Yeah. And then we get like a what do you call them, like in the sports movie where it's like a montage of them like rising to the top kind of thing, like
yeah.
He's like him training, him studying, and then ultimately, obviously, spoiler, he gets accepted to the school.
And then he changes his hair because he wants to look more like I guess he wants to look kind of like Crimson Riot. I guess he had kind of spiky hair, right?
Yeah, I think it's like that. And also kind of like Mina, because she's like, "Oh, you have horns now, like I do," like because he's got like the 2 red horns in the front. But do you think it's kind of cool? He never needs hair gel. He could probably just make his hair hard. Like
no, wasn't there a moment where he had his hair down though? Like when he was asleep, right? A few episodes ago.
Yeah.
Which
so
I mean,
that
must
dyes
suck.
his hair red, and then
you have 5 minutes. I'm like, I could do that in 3 minutes, baby. He just like he just like put some. It's like we keep mentioning the Lego movie, but remember that part in the Lego? You saw Lego movie, right?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, the part where he like combs his hair, but because they only have like 2 different pieces for hair,
he just like swap out the hair.
They just swap out the hair when he like brushes it. And it's like it's perfect.
Yeah,
that's how I imagine it.
Freaking funny.
Yeah. Anyway, he's still got the sharp teeth though. I guess he's born with those.
Yeah. I'm trying to find a frame where he doesn't have sharp teeth.
Yeah.
I think he's just always got them.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, that makes sense. I guess he's always hard. Oh, well, that's weird. He's always. You know.
I think it's just like what do you call it? Every character has like something about how they look that's indicative of like their power. Like Bakugo's hair literally looks like an explosion. Like it's like
yeah,
like that. And obviously Ida's got freaking engine pipes out of his leg, but that doesn't count, I guess. So
yeah, I just realized that his brow looks very strange.
His eyebrows?
No, like just I guess his eyebrows, but like just the brow itself too, because you have the eyebrows, which are like. Do you have like a picture of him right now?
Yeah.
In this one shot though, maybe it's just one shot. He looks very strange. I don't know why. I'm looking at his eyebrows. They're like really small.
Oh yeah, they are kind of short horizontally. Yeah.
Yeah, a little weird. I never even noticed that. Oh well, yeah, maybe we'll fix those. Anyway.
Yeah.
So that pretty much ends the flashback. Like it seems like him and Mina have like a friendship thing, and he talks about
it ends with her like punching him. It's like, oh, that doesn't hurt, like because she's girls like punch a guy, like it's not like actually like punching him. It's just like play punch or something.
Yeah, okay. I'm strong.
And she's like, oh, when you're done trying to change yourself, I'll tell everyone at school how you changed your look, like.
Yeah,
because she obviously we talked about it. She's like the only one who knew what he was like in middle school. So
yeah,
really really cool scene. And then we cut to a beast moment. Go ahead and take this away.
Okay,
freaking awesome.
So right after this flashback, Kirishima's just like, "No, man, I'm stronger. I am strong. I'm the best," or whatever. And we cut back to like Fat Gum getting his ass beat, and his like blood squirting out of his mouth. You get to see his hair too, which is a little weird. His flowing locks. You can see a little bit. And he's so steaming too.
Yeah.
So, and I think I made a joke, and at first it was a joke. When in my reaction, I was just like, "Oh man, that'd be great if he gets skinny." I said something like that, not knowing that's exactly where it was going. But
yeah.
But anyway, Kirishima's building up like power too. Like he's like. I'm sorry, not Kirishima. Fat Gum's building up power, and he's just like, "All right,
so cool.
I've been building up power the entire time you've been beating my fat ass."
And it's cool how it works because it's like he can absorb like that's his quirk, fat absorption, but like he's taking all these hits and he's absorbing the damage of it.
Yeah, but he's burning the fat away too.
Burns the fat, yeah. So he gets like skinny and ripped while he's like, so it's like a trade off, like. Your defense is getting weaker, so you're like getting hurt more, but you build up the power, and so
you're like building up your just like
cool.
Yeah, so you're building up that power, getting that like power, your arms swole. He's getting strong. It's kind of like All Might when he fought One for All or All for One. Sorry, I keep forgetting that. All for one makes sense. I don't know why I always say one for all, but like he keeps swapping the rest of his power to different like arms and stuff. He turns Popeye the Sailor Man.
Yeah.
But
so and then he's like, oh my, the Parappa the Rappa. He comes after him and he's like, I'm gonna finish you, Fatso, and like. And he's like, oh, I don't know if my I'm not done charging my punch yet. Like, I don't know if it's too early. And then Kirishima just dives in the way, and basically he just starts tanking all the hits. And he's like, if I break, I'll just like reharden. Like, sounds kind of funny if you think about like
if I crack, then I'll get hard again or something like that. So like that.
Yeah, but
you can't unhard me. I'm always hard.
Like it freezes and it shows him winking to the camera. And
it
goes back
to, like, he's like, get it?
But no, he's just taking all the hits and he's like protecting Fat Gum, and it's really badass. Like the animation of this whole fight was so good. It was really just awesome. You can tell what episodes get the budget.
Oh yeah. This one definitely had the budget. But so anyway, he protected him so Fat Gum could build that fist up. He's just like, oh, I'm about to wreck this whole man's career. And he gets like buff. This is the part where you see him buff, because before he was getting a little skinnier. You see his hair.
Yeah.
And this is a shot where he just like straight up looks like Adonis. Like
he looks like a MMA fighter. Like he's just like ripped and skinny. Like
he almost kind of looks like who did I compare him to? He looks similar to somebody in the show. Like somebody else in the show.
Oh.
Just the way he looked. And then he just like wrecks Rappa and the other guy, whatever the other guy's name is.
Shieldbeak.
Yeah, Shield. Yeah, Beak Shield. And he just like plows him through the wall.
Yeah.
But their brains are plastered on the wall. It was
just dead.
It just murdered them. No, it's fine. Even though the Shield guy's quirk isn't extra like strong, like, you know, bones and skin and organs, he's gonna be fine, even though he got plastered onto the wall. It's fine. It's an anime. I can forgive it. And also, it doesn't matter. We probably won't see those characters ever again. But that was dope. Like, and you just see them both like standing there, right after like kind of posing, and that's where the episode ends.
My friend, like, after he saw the episode, he was like, "Yeah, that was like the Fist of the Beast King kind of like punch."
I said that too. I swear to God, I said that in my reaction.
Oh, Fist of the Beast King?
Fist of the Beast King from Digimon? I swear to God, I said that.
My friend said that too after he saw the episode. I'm like, yeah, this.
I swear to God, going to the reaction, I said that too. He was like, Fist of the Beast King.
Wow.
Which Digimon was that again? It was a different version of Digimon.
Wasn't it like my memories of Digimon are so like.
Yeah, I remember Fist of the Beast King though. But that was like, it wasn't the original Digimon, it was like a different version of Digimon. Like a different show.
I knew what my friend was talking about, but I couldn't like visualize it. Like I knew it was from like Digimon, but my memory of Digimon, it's like that's an old show. I can't remember much about it, but
yeah. That was like one of the most emotional parts of Digimon, whatever it was, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Is the Fist of the Beast King. If you watched it, you know I'm talking about. Yo, brings a tear to my heart, which is weird. It's not usually how it works, but
yeah. But yeah, freaking Fat Gum's a beast. Like that's such a cool like moment.
And just the pose where like Kirishima's like dead on the ground. And like Fat Gum's just sitting there with his like he has a vest on now.
Yeah,
I'm looking at it right now.
He went from like the memes I saw on Twitter were so funny. They're like you and the guy she likes, and it's like you's the fat guy, and like the guy she likes is like the ripped guy who's like the punch. Like the memes are so funny.
You and the actual guy you are. Something.
Yeah. How you think you look?
There you go. What you really look like. There you go. That works.
Freaking.
What do I think? I look like a guy that has a dead body in his hands. Kirishima's there dead. Poor guy.
What's it called?
Obviously, he's alive.
When they first introduced Fat Gum, like, I think we talked about it. Like, we both thought the voice was fine. Like, it was,
that was good.
It was like a good pick, but this one he sounded great. Like, he did a really good job. So, kudos.
And it actually fits well with. It fits well with the fat version, but it definitely fits well with the
I think that's probably why they picked it
because he really looks like that. Because
you can't have a goofy sounding voice when he's like fit. Imagine like he's like Gahuk, like
oh guys, it's like oh fat gum, like fat. Man, I got more fat on me. Fat gum.
But yeah, he's definitely like my favorite pro hero.
Like,
I mean, obviously it would be All Might, but he's retired. So
yeah, he's retired. He quit.
Yeah, he gave up.
Yeah, he gave up.
He went 10 miles south and then took a boat south.
Yeah. Mina told him to go. That's why we haven't seen him since.
Get out of here! Go 10 miles that
10
way.
10 miles that way. He's like, thank you.
making the old
thanks
decrepit All Might like walk 10 miles. That'd be so messed up.
Okay, I guess I'll go.
I am here to walk 10 miles.
I am here 10 seasons later when he finally reaches his destination.
So that
was a good episode.
Not gonna lie, I just thought everything about the episode was like perfect. So
that was probably my favorite episode of the season for sure.
It was so good, and I'm being like kind of recency bias, I guess, but that might be like my favorite episode of the show. It's definitely up there.
Mine still might be. I really like that muscular episode. I don't know why. That one's like the one that, because you're rooting for Deku, right? Yeah. And that's the one episode where like he's been a hero before that episode and after, but that's the one episode where I really got the hero part from My Hero,
especially because it was like tying in with the kid who like lost his parents and he's like the girl's saying like, oh, one day like you'll see that. You'll find someone and then he's like, my hero, and then Deku did like the pose.
Oh yeah, the episode was called My Hero. Yeah, it's like it was like it knew the creators knew that this would be the first episode where like Deku really,
without any help,
really shines. Yeah, without any help. I guess he did have a little help because the kids squirted the water on him. Yeah, interference. He'd be disqualified if this is WWE.
It was a mild rain spot. It was like a cloud out there, just sprinkled a little bit.
Yeah, a little nature interference.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just got up for a second. All right, so I'm here. So yeah, no, it was a great episode. Definitely my favorite of the season.
Yeah. I think we said there's no post credits in this one, so
nope. There is of course, as every episode has it. They have a week preview thing.
And you watched it, right?
I did watch it. It's not really much to talk about, really. In that one, it's like it seems like it's gonna be more Deku and Eraserhead focused, which is cool if they work together, maybe. But it seems like everybody else is there too, so it's not just gonna be them.
Him, the lock guy, the mean one,
the mean
being a jerk to everyone, and then Night Eye
guy.
I guess.
Night Eye's there.
Yeah, I think some like police officers, I guess, or whatever. But
yeah, it looks like they're gonna fight the wall guy and maybe a couple other people. I'm not really sure. I think it looks like maybe just the wall guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
we'll see.
It looks like they might be wrapping it up in the next 2 episodes. Not the arc, but just the bullets or whatever they're called.
Yeah, 8 bullets of the Psychi.
Yeah, because they're already down 5, so they only have 3 more. If they fighting the bullet guy the wall guy today.
So I think the wall guy's won, and I think overall
there's that one guy that was
2
meditating
on him or 1 on him.
Isn't there one guy that was like meditating?
I think that was the shield guy.
Was that the shield guy? Okay, I was thinking that too because I couldn't remember exactly what he looked like. I thought maybe he would be a big deal because he was meditating, so I was like, "Oh, that means he's good."
Yeah,
I don't know why, but it's like, he's meditating. That means he's the real deal.
Yeah, it's just a beast.
You guys has been 10 minutes. Like, oh shit! All right.
Yeah. But so I guess it's also worth mentioning before we go. They announced the movie is coming to North America, and then I'm sure you'll see it in theaters.
Yes.
Have you seen the trailers for it?
I've seen was there a new trailer that came out like last couple weeks?
There was a new one.
Shit.
And you might have to react to that one.
Yeah, I watched the one you told me about that I didn't know about like a few weeks ago.
Yeah, that was the first one. Now there's like a second one.
There's another one?
Yeah.
How come I don't get like any updates on this? Like I have like a movie trailer like YouTube I look at.
I guess anime is not big enough for them to
I guess so.
Notice.
I always got the updates for the Dragon Ball Z movie though. Well, I guess
that's Dragon Ball though.
Yeah, that's true.
My Hero is really popular. My Hero is really popular, but I feel like it's still not at what Dragon Ball.
Right, like, Dragon Ball did really well when it first came out.
Oh, the Broly one?
Yeah, the Broly one. Like I think it even got in like the top 3 of the highest selling movies that weekend.
Really?
Yeah, and that was still like when movies were still out too.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like there was like no movies out right now. It was like, all right, I guess that's number 3. No, it made a lot of money considering what it was, which is like not a Fandango thing, but it was like one of those kind of things. It's like a limited thing where it was like out for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I saw it twice.
I would suggest you don't have to do reaction to the new one, I guess, but like the new trailer is pretty sweet.
Is it in English?
It has subtitles.
Okay. Maybe, should I wait until they do an English dub? Maybe.
I don't.
Okay.
It'd probably be a while before they did a trailer in the English one. I'd imagine the version we get in theaters here will be English, like it was. It was English, right? Here in America, like the first movie.
Yeah, I saw it in English.
Yeah, I think I heard stories of like there were theaters that promised one screening would be like Japanese and one would be English, but they were all English, so no one got to watch the Japanese.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Yeah,
my theater had that problem because it's always the same theater. It always shows the anime near me because like there's only one theater that gives a damn, except Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z showed everywhere around here, but like there was one theater that showed Your Name.
Oh yeah.
Did I ever tell you about this story?
That was the body swapping one, right?
Yeah, that's a body swap. Did I ever tell you about this story where I went in to that movie? I wanted to see the English dub because the Japanese dub you could see online because it's been, at that point it was already out for a whole year in Japan.
Oh, okay.
And there was already English subtitles, so you could watch that anytime you wanted. So if I'm going to go see the release in theaters, I would like to see the English one because that one's not out right now. You know, if I really want to see this Japanese subbed one, then I could watch it online. So I went to go see the English one, and I went in there, and there was a few people. Whatever, not too many, but you know, like maybe 10. And I sat down. I was like, all right, here we go. All these kid trailers and whatever. I don't care. And then 10 people showed up. I think they were all like a part of like some Facebook group. I got that feeling like they all came from a Facebook group or something like that, and they all like they hung out together or whatever. They met up to go see Your Name.
Yeah,
I just had that feeling because they all didn't really look like friends. They just all came in. I'm like, Jesus, like a crowd of like almost a dozen people came in at once, and they're all talking to each other, and they all sit down, and the movie starts, and it starts in English because it's the English dub. It said on the ticket, I had the ticket, it says English dub version.
Wow.
And they came in, and immediately, like for the first 10 minutes of the movie, we're like talking crap about the theater, talking over the movie, saying like oh, it's supposed to be the Japanese dub, they screwed up. I'm like no, this is the English dub, son. Like it says on the ticket. I'm in the theater. I didn't screw up. No, none of these other people screwed up that aren't complaining. Only these 10 or so people that all sat together complaining and like making jokes and stuff. I'm like, I can't even hear the movie. Like,
yeah,
at this point,
that's just rude.
And I almost got up to. I didn't want to like say like, hey, shut up, because they might like do some Shadow Colossus shit and start climbing on top of me, like attacking me. I didn't want that. So
like beat you up like Fat Gum, just like
yeah. Except I'm not absorbing damage. I'm just taking it. It hurts.
Yes, make me skinny.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah. So I was about to get up and they all left. I was like, thank God. So first 10 minutes of that movie was like a nightmare because they were all good? Like just really loud and stuff. But yeah. So that's good? Anime fans for you right there. That's me. That's me and Mighty right there. Couple of dicks.
Yeah. Was the movie good?
Oh, the movie was great. I loved it.
Good.
It was even better when they left because I could hear it.
Yeah. It was even better when they left.
At that point, I wish it was Japanese dubbed so I could actually read it and know what was going on because I couldn't hear it. That's for sure. But yeah. But Broly was fine. Nobody complained. It was a jam-packed theater. Same thing with My Hero, the Two Heroes. That's what it was called, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that jam-packed theater. Nobody complained. It was all great. It was all English dubbed. So, cool. Not all anime fans, but some of them really like that Japanese dub, which I get. But English dubs usually are pretty good nowadays, right?
The My Hero one especially is really good.
Yeah.
Like the stigma of bad dubbing comes from like the older animes where like there wasn't talent behind it, but now they actually hire legitimate talent to voice these people, and it's really good.
I legit think like there's a lot of voice actors out there that are up to the like Hollywood standards for
good
definitely. Acting. Like Troy Baker, I mean that guy he can
it's like
whip out a great performance every day.
It's like Mark Hamill. He stopped doing live acting and now he's just like known as the Joker voice. Like there's no one who does a better Joker voice than him.
Yeah, so. He voiced Chucky too.
Oh yeah, okay, there you go.
From Child's Play, he did the voice in the remake.
I can see it.
That nobody saw. I saw it. He was really good.
He good? Oh.
Yeah, he was good. He was good. The movie itself was alright. Yeah, it was fine. I didn't mind it. But so like there's a lot of great voice actors out there. Nolan North, of course, Nathan Drake. But all the people in here are great. Christopher Sabat,
obviously the guy who voices All Might is also Vegeta.
Sabat, right?
Yeah, Chris Sabat.
Yeah. So he's great. Sean Schemmel, that's the guy who voices Goku. I think great voice actors. I'm probably saying his name wrong, but it's Sean Schemmel. I think it is. Anyway, so there's great voice actors out there. Colin Clinkenbeard, I love that last name. Great voice actor.
Who does she voice?
No, I was just throwing her out there. I was just thinking of voice actors. Nobody. I don't think anybody in My Hero.
Colin, she voices Momo, I think.
Oh, does she?
Oh, she also voices Nana Shimura, the master of All Might.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, yeah. I was just saying her name because that's another voice actor. But there's some great voice actors out there.
Yeah, I'd like to do voice acting one day.
And you know what? Dubbing is probably hard. So you know what? Because you have to match it up perfectly. You have to say all your lines in
because they don't do it the other way around. They don't animate around your voice.
Yeah, around your English voice. Yeah. Because you have to match it, and like the way you say Japanese words is different the way you say English words. Obviously, that's how that's how language works. So it's just like you have to match.
Well, I can language.
That's how language English works. But but no, that's just it. Like you have to match it perfectly, not perfectly, but at least good enough where it doesn't seem like it's poorly dubbed. And while you're doing that, you also have to act. I don't know. Whatever. I like it.
So anyway,
like voice acting.
Yeah, today was some jam-packed discussions about dreams and
nightmare dream, a stupid dream I had.
The glitch,
a glitch that literally just standing there in like a pose. It's creepy. I don't like.
It's just like he's just doing like the YMCA, like the Y. It's just stuck at the Y.
That would creep me out even more. Started doing YMCA,
and there was no in between animation. It was just like Y straight to M.
Oh no, that would be terrifying. If he's just like glitching to the next.
It's like a GIF animation.
Oh yeah, that'd be terrifying. I don't like this.
Yeah.
No, I'm scared.
So yeah, double episode once again. Both really good ones. We both loved the second one especially. The first one was really good too.
Oh yeah, first one's great.
Yeah, I'm a Jiki. So
yeah, but the Red Riot episode was good. That's what it was called.
Yeah. What's it called? It's like I was trying to say in our earlier episodes. Now the show is gonna get really like action packed, and we've already been seeing that. So it's just gonna be like boom, 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 boom. Like I think for the next like 5 or 6 episodes, we're gonna get a lot of stuff. So.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, I mean, I'm already. It's already getting much better. Not that it was bad or anything, but it was slow.
The beginning of this season was
pretty slow.
It was pretty slow. I didn't think it'd be this slow, but they had a lot, I guess, to say. So
yeah, and I guess it's good to get it to this pace where it's like slow and then fast. Because if it was too much, then it would feel like maybe a little too. Like if it was too quick, it'd feel like maybe too much. Maybe.
Well, that's what I like about My Hero is when they decide they want to be slow, they'll be slow. Like when they decide to be fast, they'll be fast. It's not like, oh, action, 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 and then just like, oh, but this is boring, and then like it's like obviously in this one there's a flashback, but it wasn't boring. It was like it was relatively quick and it tied in with the fight in like an emotional way. So it was fast still. Yeah. Like, I mean, you learn this character's backstory in like 5 minutes or 6 minutes. So, all things considered, pretty fast.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, they do a good job with that for both episodes, I think. So,
yeah.
Yeah. So, good job, My Hero guys.
Studio Bones, baby.
Studio Bones. There you go.
Same people that did Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yeah. And
other ones.
Didn't they do did they do One Punch Man or no?
No, that was Madhouse.
Madhouse, okay. Who what else did Bones do?
They've done Mob Psycho 100.
Yeah.
They've done a few other things too. They're one of the best, I think, in the industry.
All right.
So.
Cool. Okay, yo, shout out to Bones.
Yeah.
Great show.
Indeed.
Yeah, I never watched that show. I
Neither
don't even know
did
what it's
I.
about.
I think it's canceled.
Oh. There you go. Sorry to Bones. You got.
I think it made it like 6 seasons. Anyway.
Yeah, well, sorry, Bones, you're canceled.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
All right. Well, that was episode 8 of Animation Shenanigans. You'll know when you see the title.
Yeah, and that covers, maybe it was 7 because we covered 2 episodes last time and 2 episodes this time.
Yeah.
And this is episode 9.
Yeah.
Of My Hero. So would that match up?
I think so.
Does that make sense? I don't know. I guess we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Maybe it is.
All right.
All right. Well, there you go. That's it. Get out.
Bye.
See
10 miles.
you.
10 miles that way.
Yeah. Go. Yeah. Bye.